What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ray, man, and this is another segment of Ray's podcast. I appreciate you taking the time to come watch my video today. I really do, man. Tell a friend to check me out, man, for real. And another thing, why are you not following my Instagram or my Twitter page? My Twitter page is at Ray's Podcast, and my Instagram page is at Ray's Podcast. I'm always doing polls. I would like feedbacks of what you want me to talk about. If you got a question or if you disagree with what I got to say, holla at your boy, man. I'm always here. It's been a crazy week. Crazy week. And if you was on my Instagram, yeah, I told you I had the shirt and the tie. I got the shirt, but I took off that tie. I need to be all about business today, man. But you know what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what I gotta say, join the debate. Here we go again. A week ago, we were just talking about college basketball. And I'll get it out the way. I had Carolina going to the finals versus Gonzaga. That's what I put on my bracket. Everybody did a whole like 10, 20 brackets, right? That's what, most people do that because, you're trying to win that tournament that tournament challenge. I only did one bracket, and I stood with that one bracket and live by the gun, die by the gun. Duke lost to Michigan State. We're going to get on to that. We're going to really talk about that. Texas Tech took out Gonzaga. I told you last time I thought Gonzaga was the team to beat, but it looked like Culver and them boys handling that work. They giving people that work. Well, he said, I does the work, I give people that work, but that's how they doing it. Shout out to my man Stormy. He picked Texas Tech to go to the Final Four, which is crazy. But that's wild, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Duke versus Virginia Tech, in the Sweet 16. It came down to the wire. Duke survived again by misled by Ahmed Hill. It was crazy. I thought Duke was going to get by Virginia Tech, which was going to be a breeze, but it came down to the wire. And the last time I talked with y'all, I told you the scouting report, Trey Jones knew that the scouting report was going to be to let him shoot. And I told you that being a Division I basketball player and being any type of basketball player, you're going to make sure. First of all, it's March Madness. It's the big lights. You want to make sure you're on your game. And you're going to have bad games. Like, that's anybody. Any type of sport you play, every day is not going to be perfect. But I knew he was going to have one of them games that he was going to spark that thing from behind the arc. And that's exactly what Trae Young did. That game against Virginia Tech, he hit 5 of them threes. I told you what's going to happen when he hit 5 of them threes. And that's exactly what Trae Young did. They survived. Duke survived 1-2. It was a scare. They survived against UCF, and then they survived against Virginia Tech. And that was pretty good by Duke right there. Zion held it down. Did what Zion always do. RJ Barrett did his thing too as well. Reddish didn't play due to injury. And they still was able to get by Virginia Tech. Great season for Virginia Tech. Justin Robinson was out for the whole second half of the semester, whole second half of the year, and he came back tournament time, and he was a kick up and a great boost for them, but they ran into the Dukies, and they lost that game. But Michigan State played against LSU. Man, Nas Reed just declared for the draft. Holla at him. That Jersey boy, he real tough. But talking about that game against Michigan State, I had LSU and Michigan State going there that far, and I knew that LSU was not going to have enough to beat Michigan State. It could have happened, but I just didn't see it happening. I really didn't see LSU beating Michigan State, and as you saw the results, Michigan State overpowered them and went on to the next round to play up against Duke. We hold on to that. We're going to get onto that Duke and Michigan State game. Then Gonzaga played against Florida State, which was a great game. Florida State, I told you I believed in this Florida State team. They were pretty talented. Better than the team last year, even though the team last year went further, but they're pretty talented. But I just didn't think they were good enough to beat Gonzaga. Gonzaga was way deep with a lot of players, and I feel like the Zags had something to prove, but they played in the next round. They played up against Texas Tech. Now, let's talk about this. Chill out. Chill. Let's talk about this, right? Texas Tech versus Michigan. I had Texas Tech beating Michigan, right? And that's exactly what happened. Texas It's very funny. I'm just gonna say Tech. Tech, no, we're gonna get it right. Texas Tech is a great defending team. They play great defense. They, I feel like their weakness is scoring, but they have a lottery pick, right? They have a lottery pick, and they were able to get a lot of buckets, hit a lot of threes. And, the defense was always there. And they locked up. And they took Michigan out the game. And that's why they moved on to the next round to play Gonzaga, which was also an upset because they ended up beating Gonzaga. And now they're in the Final Four. That's crazy. We're going to talk about that. I gave you Texas Tech because they're in the Final Four. I had to get that out the way because I got that wrong. I told you when I'm wrong. I always say when I'm wrong. I'm not going to be like one of those type of guys that always brag about being right. Like, nah. I was wrong about it. Gonzaga lost to Texas Tech, and I had Gonzaga going to the finals versus Carolina. Now moving on to Carolina, right? We're going to skip through real quick because now I'm talking about Carolina. Carolina, right? They played up against Auburn. I told you if Carolina can beat Auburn, if they can beat Auburn, they're going to the championship. Auburn is the scariest team right now. I had somebody tell me the other day that when March Madness first started up and they had both bracket, not both brackets, but when they had each team that started up before any team even played, that Oregon was the scariest team than Auburn. Like, are you serious right now? Auburn won the SEC. Auburn beat Tennessee twice. They beat them before the tournament because they played them. That was the last game of the season. Then they went into the conference tournament, and then they ended up playing them again and beating them in the championship. Auburn is the scariest team right now, and Chuma Okeke got hurt and tore his ACL against UNC. Now, speaking of that, by getting hurt, the last time that a team lost one of their players due to a severe injury was in 2013 when Louisville, Kevin Ware, they played up against Duke and he got hurt that game, and Louisville went on to win the national championship that year. They played, obviously they're playing for each other, but, they had more motivation to play for him, for their brother that got hurt. Can we see that again? Now, the only reason why I'm saying can we see that again, because they ended up beating Carolina and Kobe White and Nasir Little declared for the draft, but they ended up beating Carolina and they played Kentucky. And Kentucky took care of Houston. That wasn't an easy game. I thought Kentucky was going to hold it down and just wash out Houston. Shout out to Houston coach getting that contract extension to 2025. That's very great, man. Houston, watch them. Watch out for Houston. They may be here next year again, for real. But I told you that Auburn is better than Virginia. Now I'm sticking with that, right? I'm sticking with that Virginia. Auburn's better than Virginia. Auburn's better than Kentucky. Auburn's better than Houston. I told you that, right? So the next round, Auburn played up against Kentucky and defeated Kentucky. And now Auburn, which we know Auburn as being a football team, they're in the Final Four. Auburn and Texas Tech is in the Final Four. If you have both of them teams in the Final Four, hell of a dream, man. Hell of a dream. But we're going to move up to VA, man. I know I skipped over Virginia. And my man Steve probably don't like that because he's the only Virginia fan that I know right off the top. I don't see anybody rooting for Virginia. But Virginia played up against Oregon, the team the team Oregon, right? That's the hottest and scariest team. Nah, man. But it wasn't easy, though. It came down to the end. It came down to the wire. But Virginia took care of all Oregon. And Purdue played up against Tennessee, right? And I told you that Purdue, on my bracket, I was looking real good. I was feeling real good. I was like, oh, man, we looking good. But then until Carolina lost and Gonzaga lost, I was like, it's a dub. But, yeah, that's what happened right there. Purdue played up against Virginia. Purdue had a chance to beat Virginia, but they didn't get the rebound. You got to box out off of free throws. You got to box out. The little things matter. Boxing out. And they hit again. They hit a buzzer beater to go into overtime. And then Virginia took care of business by taking Purdue out. Purdue deserved to lose. They had a chance to end it in regulation. And they ended up going into overtime. And it was just bye-bye after that. So moving up to the game that I really want to talk about, because out of everything, this is the last stand that I actually got right in the Elite Eight. The last two teams that I got right and got points for both of the teams was Duke versus Michigan State. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Duke versus Michigan State. On my bracket, I had both teams going there, and I had Michigan State beating Duke. A lot of people had Duke winning the championship because of everybody would say Duke fans is, we have Zion, right? Let me tell you something. Michigan State got them big boys too. Michigan State has veterans that been there before. My man Brian and Davion believe Cassius is not a great point guard. I don't know why. He's a senior. He has proven a lot in his 4 years at Michigan State. And as you can see, obviously he's a veteran. He's some type of good. Yeah, he shot a terrible percentage against Trae Young, against Duke. But so what? They won the game. They won the game. But it was a terrible percentage though. We're not going to let them slide on that. They won the game against Duke. Came down to the wire. Why did it come down to the wire? It wasn't just, RJ Barrett missed a free throw. Let's get that out the way. Let's talk about that first, because that's the first thing Duke fans are going to say. We lost because of RJ Barrett, because he missed a free throw and he wasn't clutch, right? All right. You can say that, right? You can say that because obviously if you make those free throws, they're going into overtime. But that's not the only reason why y'all lost. Zion got in foul trouble real early. Cam Reddish came back off an injury and came off the bench, something he probably didn't do all season, and he didn't play good as well. I don't know why Coach K didn't play Goldwire anymore. I'm not questioning his coaching ability, but I'm just trying to figure out Goldwire was playing the whole time up until UCF, and then he only played 3 minutes against Virginia Tech, and then he didn't get no minutes against Michigan State. Now, Trae Young was probably tired. Give him a little bit time to rest a little bit, get Goldwire in there, maybe, right, for a little bit. But I don't know. It's Coach K. He's a legendary coach, Hall of Famer coach, USA coach. I don't know. It's Coach K. Whatever Coach K wanted to do, Coach K is going to do. You can't question Coach K. I just felt like, why did Goldwire didn't play for some reason? I don't know. But Zion got in foul trouble. He was very frustrated. There was times when he came out the game, he was not even going down shaking all his teammates' hand. He just was really pissed, sat right down. He was pissed off. He was frustrated because this wasn't an easy game. A lot of people said Zion got fouled a lot. Don't come at me with all that foul stuff, because we all know Zion be fouling too, but they don't even be calling it. So it was a physical game. Michigan State, Tom Izzo, 1-11 against Coach K, against the legendary Coach K, who's been here before, who's always be here. I can't say before, he always be here, but yeah, they both been here before. And Tom Izzo wanted some revenge against Coach K because he's 1-11, and he got that. He beat Coach K. He beat the dynasty. Now, somebody came at me and said, earlier in your post on my Instagram, they said you was going for Duke, talking about they was the most craziest team, and on your podcast, one of your episodes, that you was saying Duke. Yes, I was saying that. I was saying all of that. I promise you I was saying that because I felt like they were the dominant team. But as the season went on, we saw flaws in that Duke basketball team. We did. It was really 3 to 4 players, and I'm going to really say 3 because that's what the media was promoting. Now, Trae is the point guard, and he's a defender, so obviously you could say 4 with him as well, I believe, like that. But other than that, it was really... I'm not trying to disrespect O'Connell, Goldwire, Bolden, Joey Baker, who didn't get that much playing time. He's a Fayetteville guy. That's why I'm saying him, because he's around the area. I don't know him though, but he's around the area though. But I feel like that this whole Duke season was really just to get just to promote Zion, Cam, and RJ Barrett. Get them to the NBA, revolve it all around them. Zion is the guy. RJ Barrett is going to do what he got to do. And Cam Reddish, you just figure it out. That's really what it was. And no team has ever won the NCAA tournament with a terrible 3-point percentage. And Duke was in last. So... But that's nothing new, though. Like I said, we all know Duke couldn't shoot. Like, I just didn't feel like Duke was good enough to beat Michigan State. I did it, and that's what happened. And now you got Michigan State, Texas Tech, Virginia, and Auburn. Now, Ben told you Auburn's better than Virginia, so that's my pick right there. I got Auburn beating Virginia. Now, Kai Guy came alive in the nighttime and was hitting threes, but can he do it the next game? I hope he can. I hope he can for his sake, but I think Auburn is hot right now. 14, 15 game winning streak. They hot right now. They got a lot of things moving right now. They ready to go. They're ready to prove a lot of people wrong that they're more than just a football team. They're trying to win a national championship. I feel like they're going to get to that stage. Now, the hardest game for me to pick is the Michigan State and Texas Tech because, Texas Tech, they're crazy, man. They're like the perfect team. I always said that their weakness was scoring, but they're scoring. they're scoring. They're getting buckets. They're scoring, and they lock up. They on all that. They locking up, right? But I just feel like Michigan State is just going to figure out a way. I don't know why. I feel like they're going to figure out a way, and they just go to Michigan State is going to beat Texas Tech. Take that to the bank right there. That's what I think. I think the last two is going to be Michigan State versus Auburn. I can't be wrong because this is a crazy Final Four. You don't know who's going to win. You don't know. But that's what it is right there with college basketball. To cap it off right there. Now let's move along to the NBA, baby. Oh, yeah. First of all, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Russell Westbrook was able to get 20, 20, and 21, but 20, became the second player in NBA history to do that, right? And in his in his interview at the end of the game, he said, 20, you know what that means. And to cap it off, he had Jason Terry interviewing him as well. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm not going to explain why they did Jason Terry with Russell Westbrook. It's a lot behind it. If you don't know, sorry, copy. You don't know about that, but that was love right there for Russell Westbrook to do that, and that was crazy. And he said that's for his mans and that's what's up. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, but on that for the 2020, but he shot a terrible percentage, and this is something that I saw while watching that game. Russell Westbrook is hurt. He is hurt. He is injured right now. It's that hand. Right before halftime against the Lakers, that's when we got it on the 2020 against the Lakers. If you didn't watch it, Alex Caruso came up to him right before going to halftime, trying to get the rebound and hit Russell's hand. Russell was hitting down. He was hurting. His hand was hurting. He was punching. He was really pissed, but he still was able to figure it out and to finish the game off. But Russell's hurt, so that might come to be a problem during the playoff time. That might be a little thing that Russell Westbrook could be hurt, and that's why the struggles between the Thunder losing some games down the line, or the Thunder losing early in the playoffs. I don't know. Maybe we can see it on that. But shout out to that man right there, Russell Westbrook, by getting it. It's playoff time, baby. It's almost playoff time, and it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's almost playoff time. As of right now, the Bucks have the best record in the NBA, and Giannis' performance last night against the Philadelphia 76ers to do that. My MVP. That's my MVP, man. That's my MVP over James Harden. But since we talking about playoffs, right? And I like this because now it's coming down to the wire. It's different in the East and the West. The West is all locked up. Like all the top, we got the top 8 teams already. It's all about now is what position, what place any teams are going to be right now in the West. And it's something like that in the East as well. But you have 6, 7, and 8 spot open, and you got 2 teams on the bubble, which is the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. Now, since I'm talking about the Charlotte Hornets real quick, yes, in the beginning of the year, I did say that I'm answering people questions now. Because when people DM me, tell me about myself and from my previous podcast. Now, yes, I did say I did not believe, I'm going to stay on the Hornets. I did say the Hornets was going to make the playoffs. Injuries happen, and I picked sometimes in prediction of some games that the Hornets was not going to win. Like in my previous post, I said that the Hornets was not going to win that game that night, and they ended up winning. I was wrong on that. I was wrong on that, but to get on that, the Orlando Magic have now got in the top 8 over the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, I thought Wade was going to get in there, right? And I did say that I didn't believe in the Brooklyn Nets. I did say that. But Brooklyn is here for right now. For right now, Brooklyn is here right now. To talk about the records, right? That's Detroit Pistons, 39-39. The Brooklyn Nets, 39-40. Orlando Magic, 39-40. They both tied, right? The Miami Heat, 38-40. The Charlotte Hornets, 36-42, right? Now, I was looking at the schedules. The Pistons, they got a tough task ahead of them. They played the other night against the Pacers, and Blake Griffin was not there, and they lost that game, and it was not looking too good for them, and they can't have injuries right now, being that it's about to be almost towards the end of the year. You need all your pieces. But that's the same thing that's going on right now with the Miami Heat, with Josh Richardson, who could be out for 2 weeks. And that's who really got the hardest schedule, is the Miami Heat. They got a tough task ahead of them. And I said, who wouldn't want to see Dwayne Wade be in the playoffs when he about to retire? Who wouldn't want to see that? But the percentage is not looking too good right now. I didn't think it was going to be like this towards the end of the year. I didn't think the Magic was going to kick up and get right in there. And the Magic play tonight as well. The Magic go up against, and I can't find it right now. I'm searching and looking, but I think there it is. The Magic play the Hawks tonight, which is an easy game. Easy game, though. And that's not helping the Heat. That's not helping the Heat, because the Heat got a game tonight as well. And they play the Timberwolves, and it's at the Timberwolves. Now, we might could say that game could be easy just because Derrick Rose and Jeff Teague is hurt, but the Timberwolves still got some key players there. That could be a tough game for the Miami Heat. They can't afford to lose right now. And Brooklyn was good at one point. They just start losing. That's because Brooklyn's schedule is hard as well. And they tied right now with Orlando. They're tied with Orlando right now. So who do you think is going to get in here? Because the Hornets got the tough game tonight, and they can't afford to lose. They play against the Raptors. Yeah, they play against the Raptors, but they're at home, though. They're in Charlotte, though. So that might could do some things for them. That might could get right for them. That might can help them out, because if they win that game, I just want to let you know, if the Hornets, and I want to say this, and I'm clicking on it, the Hornets beat the Raptors tonight, they going to be feeling themselves, and they coming for you, Pistons. They coming for the Pistons. If the Hornets figure out a way to beat the Toronto Raptors tonight, they're going to be confident, and they're going into Detroit. And I got them beating Detroit. I got them beating Detroit if they beat the Raptors tonight. I promise you. Because they're going to be confident. They're going to be real confident. And then the Hornets get to play against the Cavaliers, and then their last game of the season will be up against the Magic. That is great. But the Hornets got to get it done tonight. They got to get it done tonight. They at home in Charlotte. They only 2.5 hours from where I'm at right now. The Hornets got to get it done tonight. This is a must-win game for the Hornets tonight, because if they win this game, they're going to beat the Pistons. They're not going to lose to the Pistons if they win this game tonight. They're not. The Pacers go up against the Celtics tonight. I got the Celtics. I don't believe in the Pacers just because of Victor Oladipo is injured right now, and the Celtics might be playing the Indiana Pacers in the first round. And the Celtics are trying to get their home court advantage somewhat in the first round as well. So I got them to run. They're gonna figure it out. The Celtics is getting better. They're gonna figure it out. But that's right there with all of them teams. On the east side, the Philadelphia 76ers. They 49-30. There's no way they can get the Raptors. The Raptors are going to finish off second. And I'm still standing on by saying Raptors versus the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. Yeah, I'm not switching up on that. I still got them two teams, GG3. But going on to the west side, the Warriors played up against the Denver Nuggets, and they got them up out of there. Killed them boys real crazy. And now the Warriors are number one in the West. They don't got the best record in the NBA, but they number one in the West. Denver with 52 wins and the Rockets with 51 wins. Denver is trying to figure it out, but as ESPN said it today, 99.5% that the Warriors finish with the best record because they go up against my Cavs, and it's my Cavs up, but we're not gonna get it done. The Rockets still trying to get Denver though. They're trying to get Denver. They're trying to get that second place. Denver better do something. They better hold it down. They better do something or they're gonna fall down to 3. Portland. They looking all right right now in a great spot where they had 4, but they play Denver tonight. Yeah, they play Denver tonight, and I think they're going to lose that game. And Utah play tonight up against the Kings. Now, the Kings got knocked out by James Harden. I say James Harden because he went crazy up against them and messed up their playoff contention, playoff hopes. He took them got them up out of there. And I think the Trailblazers are going to lose to Denver tonight. And I think Utah Jazz is going to win tonight. And Portland may fall down. No CJ McCollum. They may fall down. And, the Clippers play again tonight. They play tonight against the Lakers. They go up against the Lakers. They should win that game. San Antonio is only behind OKC, San Antonio is only behind OKC 1 game. I don't know who's going to finish last. It doesn't matter. Whoever the Warriors play in the first round, they're going to sweep them. Yeah, I said it. Whoever they play in the first round, they're going to sweep them. That's that right there. That's going off with that right there. Everybody want to see OKC versus Golden State in the first round because of Paul George there. Kevin Durant, they want to see must-see TV, blah, blah, blah. Don't even matter. The Warriors going to beat them regardless. But the Spurs, they better do something. I think the Spurs play tonight. Spurs play tonight against the Wizards. They going to win that game. They should be able to beat the Wizards. The Wizards just lost to the Chicago Bulls. Like, crazy, right? Crazy. And you had Bradley Beal doing this thing when somebody told him that he sucked or whatever. But that's it right there. Who do I think will finish 8th? I'm still sticking with the first. I'm not going to switch. That's how I feel when I say something. I'm not going to switch. I'm still sticking with the Miami Heat to get in there, to figure out for D-Wade to get in there one way or another. I could be wrong, but that's it right there with the NBA on what right there. But we got these games now, right? So let's go ahead and pick these teams, right? Let's go ahead and pick these teams. We got the Raptors versus the Hornets. I'm taking the Hornets. I feel like they want to get into the playoffs. They at home. They don't want to go home, as in like, what I mean by that is get eliminated at home. I feel like they're going to play hard tonight, and I feel like they can defeat the Raptors. I feel like they can. The Magic is going to beat the Hawks. Trae Young and Luka. I had a post on my Instagram saying who could be Rookie of the Year. ESPN said that it's 98% that Luka wins and it's 2% that Trae Young wins. Now, I was trying to say that it wasn't going to be easy. It was not going to be easy for, the race or whatever, just because of Trae Young was holding it down after All-Star break. But Luka has been consistent from day one, and he has the better stats overall in all three, overall than Trae Young. But Trae Young has been getting right. Trae Young has more 40-point games, and Trae Young is doing this thing. But that's going to be a great rivalry down the line. And Ben Simmons has something to say about it, too. He feel like it's the same thing between him and Donovan Mitchell. And that night, Trae Young was able to get buckets against the 76ers and went crazy and beat the Sixers. But it was no Embiid, though, but Trae Young still held it down. But Spurs versus the Wizards, I got the Spurs. Celtics go over the Pacers. At the Pacers, I got the Celtics beating them. The Knicks go up against the Rockets. The Rockets going to take care of that real easy. I really don't have to get into too much with the Knicks. Next year, KD and Kyrie will go there. The Heat versus the Timberwolves. The Heat want to get in. Dwayne Wade, this is what you got to do. Josh Richardson is going to be out for 2 weeks. Somebody else got to step up. Dion, where you at, kid? Where you at, kid? I feel like the Heat going to get that done. Thunder versus the Pistons. This is going to hurt the Pistons. This is going to hurt them. Because the Thunder is going to beat them tonight. This is going to hurt the Pistons. And Blake Griffin is game time decision. We don't even know if Blake is going to play. This is going to hurt them. Mavericks versus the Grizzlies. I feel like the Mavericks going to take it down right there. Luka going to make his case more with the Rookie of the Year. Take the Grizzlies up out of here. Jazz versus the Kings. The Kings really don't have nothing to play for. And I told you, Utah want to move up into the standings over Portland Trail Blazers. So I feel like Utah's going to win that game. Pelicans versus the Suns. The Suns just shut down Devin Booker just because they don't want him to get hurt. He tweaked his ankle a little bit. Pelicans got more veterans. Like I said, Jalil before, Julius Randle, Elfrid Payton. So I feel like the Pelicans is going to win that game. Trailblazers versus the Nuggets. I already told you I got the Nuggets taking them down, taking down the Trailblazers. Now, if the Trailblazers maybe full with all their players, maybe, but I know the Nuggets is really good at home, and the Nuggets is a regular season team, and I don't believe in the Nuggets in the playoffs. No way they make it to the NBA Finals. I'm standing by that. Yes, that's crazy, right? I said that no way that the Nuggets make it to the NBA Finals. No way. Not this season. Warriors versus the Cavs. My Cavs suck, man. Next year, man, let's see if we can get a great pick. But the Warriors going to win that game. Clippers versus the Lakers. I don't know if Patrick Beverly is going to be playing tonight or not. Even if he don't, the Clippers are still going to beat the Lakers. The Lakers is coming off a back-to-back against the Golden State Warriors, and the Clippers going to win that game. So that's what it's all right there. You got Bobo declared for the draft. John Morant declared for the draft. Who else declared for the draft? Bowman from Boston College, who declared for the draft. I told you Kobe and Nasir declared for the draft. We still don't know about Zion Cam or RJ Barry yet. We got a lot of people. Romeo Langford from Indiana declared for the draft. This is going to be a pretty nice draft. This is going to be a pretty nice draft. A lot of talent coming in. I think, we'll talk about that, but I think the best fit, I still believe, as a fan favorite, I still feel like my Cavs should get John Morant, but we already got Colin Sexton. But speaking of Colin Sexton, he moved up top 3 in the Cavaliers, all points. For a rookie, it's Ron Harper, LeBron, then it's him. My man Colin Sexton holding it down. He's like the outsider for this rookie race, right? Which is crazy. But I think John Morant's a good fit for the Suns. I think that would be really good for him. Lonzo Ball news, he fired his managers. Triple B's no more. He might be going to Nike. So that's what it is right there. Oh, before I go. My bad, Quentin. My bad, man. I'm sorry that I did this at the end. I want to answer your question. And when you was talking about the Sixers should trade Ben Simmons, because of my last segment, I had the Magic beating the 76ers. Now, hold on. The Sixers need Ben Simmons now. They need him. They need Ben Simmons. But yes, I do agree with you that he does need to develop a 3. But it's not looking like that's going to get there. They shouldn't give him away. I shouldn't trade him because it's Joel Embiid's team, but he's a big piece. He's a big piece and marketable, and Philly love Ben Simmons. So I had to answer you on that right there real quick. I'm sorry I did you at the end, got you right at the end, but that's what it all is. Real cap it all, man. We're gonna see about the NCAA this Final Four. Can I say Auburn versus Michigan State? That's what I got right there. That's my 2 teams in the Final Four. I'm still sticking with Miami Heat to get the 8th seed, and that's what it is right there. So what it is and what it ain't, if you don't like what I got to say, join the debate. Copy.
Got your bitch